I hear this bull come now. Who this?
All right, we are here. We are back. Welcome to the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast, and we're your hosts. I'm Tim. You got Ethan and Wayne.
I'm glad he decided to join us.
All right, we are here. We are back. So we're just gonna talk about it. Wayne, kick us off.
All right, listen. Everybody know I've been sitting here all season. I've been trying to be honest with it and critique us, and my whole thing is I felt like once we start getting players back, as long as we keep it tight, we keep the lead on the division. I like our chances. I'm tapping out. Doug is an idiot. Swartz is trash. It makes no sense what we watched today after they just had 2 weeks off. Carson Wentz might as well have brought his dog out since that's what he was training during the bye week. Yeah, I mean, yep. He was out there training with his dogs, not with their team, I guess. But and I'm not putting this on Carson. I'm putting this game, in my opinion, I'm putting it strictly on Wentz. I mean, not Wentz. I'm putting it on Doug and Swartz. Go ahead. Go ahead. Who got what you got, Ethan?
Here's what I'm gonna say. Let me jump in. I don't know if his mic is ready, but I'm gonna put this on Wentz. And the reason why I'm putting this on Wentz because you cannot go 0 for 9 for the entire game on third down. You can't do that as a quarterback. That's unacceptable. That's the quarterback. You got to win. You got to give me some possessions to keep the ball alive. If you can't do it with your arm, if your player's not doing it for you, then you got to roll out the pocket and you got to do it with your foot. I saw a quarterback that when the pocket broke down, he got out and he ran for all the yards he could. He had a 34-yard rushing touchdown this game. Remember the last time we played the Giants? He had an 80-yard, nearly a touchdown.
And that's why it's on Swartz. And it's on that. It was the same type play. I don't want to hear the announcers give Swartz props in the middle of the game. Oh, you see the changes Swartz made? Now the defensive end is watching the quarterback and then making sure the quarterback don't have it. And then he goes to the running back. These was things that should have been done in the bye week. Should have been done in the bye week. They killed us with that play with an 80-yard run the last game. Why we get burnt on it twice this game? And then you want to make changes to it. I'm not giving Swartz no credit for that. And I understand how you feel about Wentz. I understand we all know how you are with Wentz. But I'm not putting this game on Wentz. Because guess what? Wentz did have us back and tied in the game. And he actually did hit Bulls with passes that they dropped. Sanders had a great game running. And that's another thing about Doug. He should have stuck with the running game. We was killing him. Sanders dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Fulgham dropped the pass.
I'm not putting this all on Doug, and I show a little favoritism towards Doug because I do like Doug. And like in the beginning, what I did when the game first started, I watched how the game was going. He went pass, run, pass, punt. So it was that's pretty much that was our first possession. Our second possession was run, pass, run. It was well balanced. He was balancing the offense still, and then again, I think we scored that possession.
Well, look, early on, I was saying I thought Wentz was off early on. I do, and I'm not giving him no pass. I'm not giving him a pass saying like he played great, but where was the running game? Where was it? And then even when we started running in the second half, why were we stretching out? We was killing them in between the tackles, running up in the middle. And while all of a sudden in the second half, everything is being rushed outside. We was killing them on the run. Doug is an idiot. And what was the 2-point conversion? How many stinking 2-point conversions? What is it?
That's a whole nother situation right there. There was no reason for that 2-point conversion, especially at that point in the game. Ethan, you got something that you want to chime in on?
See, this is why. This is the nonsense when I get on here and you hear dudes like Tim spew nonsense. If you want to sit here and blame Wentz about the 9 third down conversions, you need to be able to recite every third down conversion. Let me know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need to be able to do. You come here, hold on. Before you talk about if somebody can't catch it, then you got to run it. So you want him to run it and throw it to himself and catch it and do all that.
I saw Daniel Jones.
No,
I saw Daniel Jones run the ball.
Hold on. Is it my turn? Or is it your turn?
Go ahead.
You had your couple minutes.
All right, go ahead.
And you seen Daniel Jones when he threw the ball up. What did his wide receivers do? Now it's your turn. What did his receivers do?
They made plays for him. They made plays for him. I won't deny that.
All Fulgham, listen, I like Fulgham, and we had this argument before. when I told y'all, I said Fulgham he's a very I think he's real good, but I want to see him make the clutch plays. That would have put him in that echelon right there. That was a clutch play to make. He didn't make it. That's all I'm saying.
It still wasn't
Miles Sanders.
Pass.
Miles Sanders, hold on. Even though the ball was low, he should have caught it. And then on the other play,
real talk, it wasn't even that low, Ethan. It wasn't that low where you'd be like that Jones was at. That Jones was at his mid. It was like right at his thighs. That's very.
It was catchable
with nobody around.
Very catchable. Even the other one, like the very next series we had, it went through his hands. Like I don't understand what's going on. These dudes with the Wentz stuff. Come on, let's really look at this team. It's not a good team. It was a whole ton of penalties that killed us. Defense killed us. I can't, in my right mind, sit here and put this even game on. He wants to give. Hold on. You want to give Doug a pass, but why you keep sticking Jalen Hurts in there in dumb situations? That you wasting downs. 2nd and 10, Jalen Hurts gets in there and lose 2 yards. Now it's 3rd and 12. And that's why when you get another third down, because we had 3rd and long every time because you're doing dumb plays like that on 2nd.
Either plays like that or penalties was killing us on 3rd.
That one was, I'll give you that one. Because at that
point, me a drop 2 for Travis Fulgham? You giving me Travis Fulgham drop 2?
No, because first of all, the ball threw up behind you.
See what I mean?
He threw it behind
in his hands.
Stop.
It don't matter. I don't care.
Wait a minute.
First of all, it was the only place you could put the ball.
Wait a minute, Tim. You want to hype up Daniel Jones. Look at Daniel Jones when he threw them 2, when we scored and they came right back. He threw that ball up to their receivers in single coverage, and them receivers made great catches.
Daniel Jones
they wasn't perfect passes like right there and through somebody.
He's a second-year player.
And guess what? The receivers made great catches to bail him out. That's why I'm not putting Fulgham should have made that. If you're talking about him being in the top echelon of receivers, and they talking about all the stats he putting up, and I like Fulgham, but don't talk about that if we don't have receivers that make those plays. We just
they were veteran players that made plays for a second-year quarterback. Fulgham is in his 9th game, in his 5th game.
You say he's a great player.
I said
you said Fulgham was great.
No one say he's great.
So listen though, Tim. But see, this the point. If you're sitting here and you're talking about you're giving Fulgham these excuses for not making the plays, don't blame Wentz for Fulgham not being able to make the play. That's on Fulgham. That's not on Wentz.
Wentz did not play a good game.
I didn't say that. I never said he played a good game or a great game. I told you I thought he was shaky early on. But for you to come on and say that he's the reason we lost this game, that is not the story. He got rid of the ball. He didn't take needless sacks. He didn't turn it over. He didn't throw interceptions. He didn't fumble. He didn't do any of those things. He put the ball in the players' position for the players to make plays, and they did not make them.
Who looked best? Daniel Jones or Carson Wentz? Who looked better to you in this game? I mean, tell me. The second year
played better. Who defense played better? Who wide receivers played better?
We definitely gonna talk. We definitely got to talk defense.
So, come on, man. It's not.
We definitely gonna talk.
It wasn't Carson Wentz versus Daniel Jones.
Exactly.
It was Daniel Jones versus the Eagles defense, and it was Carson Wentz versus the Giants defense.
Yep. And the coaching.
The coach. Well, we can spend some time on Doug, but do we all know who's our offensive coordinator? Because Doug is getting a lot of blame, but this offensive coordinator, that's the one that's actually calling the plays.
Stop. We all know.
Doug's calling the plays.
We all know it stops with Doug. Stop. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying. I'd like to know who's.
You already know. We already know. Listen, now all of a sudden you told me something. I want to know who the offense.
Ain't it Marty Morningwig? Ain't it Marty Morningwig?
Then let me ask you this. You talking about something you like Doug. What you like about Doug so much? What you like about Doug so much? You said you like Doug. What you like about Doug?
I think first of all,
what you like about that game?
No.
Wait. He was more innovative before than he was this year.
Wait. Innovative in what?
In his approach to the game.
So now you want to give him credit for calling the offense, but you just said Doug ain't called the offense.
Okay, here we go.
That's what I'm talking about. Be consistent. I'm riled up today, man. I gotta concede the season now.
No, because you gotta concede this, but you gotta. The blame goes on one person. It goes on.
It goes on the coach. It goes on the coach.
But let's talk about Jim Schwartz though, because Jim Schwartz should have been fired about 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
And we got the boy Jason Garrett. Remember, Jason Garrett was the head coach. He's now an offensive coordinator with the Giants, but he was the head coach of Dallas for over 10 plus years. So he has a winning record against the Eagles. Why? Is because he understands Jim Schwartz. He knows the defense that he's putting out there. He knows it, and you saw it today.
It ain't just him against Jim Swartz. It's Jim Swartz against everybody. We've been sitting here and we've been saying that, and that's what I'm saying. Just something as simple as we know we got gashed. Remember I was ripping Brandon Graham for the 80-yard touchdown run that the Giants had against us last time. He got beat a couple times on that again today. But then not only just him, but Sweat got beat on it today too.
Yep.
So to me, that tells me that is the system. This is what the coach is teaching them. And then the announcer tried to give Jim Swartz this credit in the middle of the game. Like, oh, see, look, he made an adjustment. I don't want to hear about him making an adjustment in the third quarter. That should have been an adjustment coming into the game because you just played them a couple weeks ago and you had a bye week.
It's coming up. And the thing is, Miles Sanders.
This ain't good.
I thought he played pretty well. I think he did pretty good. I'm just go back to offense.
You think who did good?
Miles
Swartz?
Sanders.
Miles Sanders
He did good. The running game did good.
Our running backs did excellent today. And the coach went away. And the coach went away from him.
Now you know what? Though the last couple series though, he's getting a little bottled up.
But if you look at the kind of runs we was doing the last couple, and I agree with you in a point. But the last couple ones, remember early on in the game, we was beating them in like inside. The same way the Giants was getting us, it was you attack in the middle, and then you patiently wait for the gap, and then you hit the gap. Then towards the end of the game, all of a sudden we running all these sweeps outside. What is that?
We wasn't running outside. He was getting bounced outside because the middle, it was going toward the middle, but Miles would bounce it outside because wasn't nothing there.
I don't know.
Wasn't nothing there.
A couple of the plays I looked at, it looked like it was something in there. It looked like it was in there. It looked like they just started selling it running outside. Man, I'm surprised people ain't calling it. I'm surprised people ain't heated and want to vent. I know I would. I'm glad I got the outlet.
Yeah. The crazy thing is the way the game started pretty productive. First of all, it was what happened? Derek Barnett, I think he got that sack. Did he get a sack?
The game didn't start off good. We got drove on the first couple possessions.
No, I'm talking about the very first possession, the first down. Derek Barnett got a sack, and I'm thinking this is going to be a real nice game. I was all hype and happy about it. Then after that, it went downhill very fast. All of a sudden,
we was still. This game was so much coaching that it irks my soul, and this is one of the things that I was depending on thinking if we could just hang in there and wait till our players could come back and we can make a run. I'm thinking, okay, we try to give our coaching this credit. The coaching stinks. Doug stinks. Swartz stinks. Doug started trying to get into this trick bag playbook. Like, bro, just play football. Yeah. Play football.
Yeah. Doug is done. I don't know if they caught up to Doug. It's no creative. It's nothing creative about the plays. It's nothing.
I think it's
nothing,
Wentz.
man.
I just think it's Carson Wentz.
No, you know what it goes back to? The Super Bowl was a fluke. I will take it, but it was a fluke. It was a fluke.
No,
it was a fluke.
No, Nick Foles. What happened?
I'll take it.
Shut up with Nick Foles.
I agree with Wayne, but I'll take it.
With Nick Foles.
I'll take it.
You know what's funny? Remember how a lot of times in Philly sports radio talk, they would always say, would you give up? Would you, for just one Super Bowl, would you deal with just having a stinking team for like 10 years just to win a Super Bowl? I feel like that's what we did.
Deal with now.
That's what we did. Because
we didn't
replace, and we still not gonna get away from Howie because Howie still ain't putting no talent on his team.
That O-line stinks too. O-line's not good. O-line's not.
No,
once they have no time, it's the blitz picks up was terrible. Miles Sanders can't pick up blocks for some reason.
The D-line with a 4-man rush seems like they can't get nothing in it, and they early on, even when we got the pressure early on, it was cover. It was like coverage sacks.
Yeah,
man, it's just
the blitz was taking forever to get there.
Yep.
Our linebackers are. It seems like the linebackers play is a little better without Gary, but it's still not good enough. We don't cause any turnovers.
I didn't miss Gary at all. That's one thing I say. I didn't miss Gary.
But we ain't caused any turnovers. We barely got any stops.
Yeah, we need
what they punt 2-3 times maybe.
Brandon Graham, he got to come up with a strict sack if he's gonna stink the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? He had one good series.
I say Brandon Graham. You got to give Brandon Graham his credit. He's still
what? He had one good series. One good series this whole game.
You never want to get this man his props.
He had one good series.
But that to me, that he gave us a shot to make a run. Like you need that.
The one good series.
Fletcher Cox.
One good series. Okay.
Fletcher Cox has been non-existent. That's what I'm missing. And tell me this: no, what really kills us is our ends. Do you notice our ends? Daniel Jones was able to get past our ends for.
You mean like Brandon Graham?
No, I mean like
Brandon Graham is our starting defensive end, right?
But I'm just saying.
I put some of that on. I do put some of that on scheme though. I do.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
This was a must-win game. This is a bad loss for the Eagles. I don't really see them recouping from that. I know my Eagles fans probably feel the same this season. Like it's about to get tanked.
Well, next up, we got the Browns, the Seahawks, the Packers, the Saints, and the Cardinals. What do y'all see us doing in the next 5 games?
Don't care. I don't. And the sad part is, I can't even say I want us to tank because then that means Howie's just going to get a better pick. What Howie going to do? Who you going to pick? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess it got to kind of be like we just got to stink it out. But is Jeff going to make changes? No, because now he feels obligated to these dudes because they won a Super Bowl. So now you feel obligated to Howie, and you feel obligated to Doug, and you feel obligated to Swartz because we won a Super Bowl with these dudes. But that's why I said to me that the Super Bowl, more and more as I look at it, the Super Bowl was a fluke year.
And the bad part is you ain't going to tank the season because as bad as it is, you still in a hunt for the division.
Yep. So this is painful.
What are we 3-5? 3-5-1?
And what are the Giants? Are we still in the lead? The Giants?
No,
the Giants like 3-7, ain't they?
Was we 3-4-1? We came in. What did we come in?
We came in 3-4-1.
3-4-1.
So it'll be 3-5-1.
So I mean,
and the Giants 3-7.
Yeah, they 3-7.
So we half a game ahead.
Yeah, they still got that bye.
Yeah, this is stupid.
So we're half a game ahead because we got less loss.
Yeah, but we got a half a win. You got it all depends on how you look at it.
Oh.
The glass is half full. That's how you got.
Mark, where you at, Mark? I know you watching, bro. Don't hesitate to call it now. Go somewhere and call. I need y'all to call in, man. I need to know that I'm not crazy from what I'm looking at. I try to get these dudes the benefit of the doubt, man. But I guess it's not. It's the organization. It's the organization.
I would say that Brandon Graham and McLeod, they did. Their defense was suspect on that one play that led to their second touchdown. It was and they
threw that last play they threw up to Slay. He looked like he misjudged the ball. He misplayed the ball on that big pass when they got in field goal range.
Sometimes you got to get an offense. I don't think it wasn't like he was out of position, nothing like that. It was.
I'm telling you, it looked like the key was if you see the Eagles corners 1-on-1, you throw that ball.
We signed Slay for 3 years, $50 million.
I'm not attacking Slay.
I'm not mad at Slay.
I'm about to say because Slay was not the one that we saw Maddox getting beasted. We saw on the other side guys getting beasted. But I do agree with Ethan, and this is what I'm saying about Swartz and his scheme. The Eagles get into this one-on-one. Whenever it's matched up one-on-one, our guys can't cover because of whatever it is that we're teaching them. It don't work. It don't work. And you got to go one-on-one because that defensive line is not generating a good enough pass rush.
No. I thought our D-line was going to be a problem anyway.
Well, I thought they was going to be better than this.
It just seemed to me like everybody stunk it up. I think a lot of people can get the blame. But at this point, are y'all still? How long are we gonna stick with Carson Wentz? Do you think?
Man, Jalen Hurts ain't going to cause us to win nothing.
You don't know that.
I do know that.
You don't know it.
I do know that.
Yeah, he's not.
Why don't you give him a shot?
Is he gonna play defense?
No, for what?
Because why you still want to go with a player?
Because Carson Wentz is not the reason that we're losing. And the minute you put Jalen Hurts in. The minute you think Carson Wentz is because you already
you're speculating. What you're doing is saying, I know he's not going to be the answer, but you haven't given them an opportunity.
How many passes has he thrown?
And then come back to me.
How many passes has he thrown?
It doesn't matter. He drew 2 passes this year. 2.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So tell me this. So based off of the 2 passes, that he's throwing. You determine that he can't be anything for us. He can't be a spark. He can't get Carson.
A spark
I'm
for
telling
what?
you, he's not.
In order for him to be a spark, we have to have. In order for him to be the spark, we have to have. We still, no matter what, our receivers still ain't good.
So you just want to.
Our receivers still ain't great. So you telling me they gonna make them same cut? They not gonna drop the pass now because it's Jalen Hurts throwing it. They might
not have to catch them impossible passes.
They wasn't impossible.
What catch was impossible?
Come on, give it. So that's my argument. Why can't y'all sit there and give them an opportunity? You'd rather still go under this. Look, right now we got 5 games. We got 5 games against the Browns, Seahawks, Packers, Saints, Cardinals. You don't. How many games? I see 1 win.
So now you want to put him in now. So then when we lose, you be like, well, see, it's not Jalen Hurts' fault because he was in an impossible situation. No, I don't want to hear that.
My thing is,
I don't want to hear that.
See it being a spark for the entire team.
What? Sparking Ganji? Spark what? What are you going to spark up? He going to spark Alshon up? He going to
make the line. He going to make the line block better now.
Come on, man.
You never know. You never know.
You going to make the defense play better?
You never
think Jalen Hurts gonna make the D play better?
I tell you one thing: the team is not responding to Carson Wentz at all. They just not responding to him. He got all his weapons back. He got everybody back.
Let me say, hold on. Let's see what Miles Sanders and Boston Scott did today. Let me see if they responded to him. Let's check the stats.
Yeah, did they respond?
Did they respond to him?
How many catches did Ward have? Did Ward make some catches, right?
They lost.
What Alshon do? But see, you're trying to put this on Carson. This game is not on Carson.
What did Carson do? Let's bring up his stat. Let's bring up this Carson stat line. You bring up the players. I bring up Carson Wentz stat line. Let's see how he do it. The box score.
I'm not going to get into this, man, because I'm not going to get into this because it ain't Carson's fault. See that this is
because no. You want to bring up stats, so let's bring up the stats for the team.
No, because you bringing up something that's retarded.
You are jumping in here right now because of you, Tim, because you'd have probably ticked him off with your nonsense.
Marky Mark, what's good, baby?
What's going on?
All right, so for Carson was 21 of 37 for 208 yards. He was averaging 5.6 yards a pass, 3 sacks. His 72.8. That's what his rating was today. 72.8.
I still don't say
he said it twice like it's bad. Is that bad?
Not the reason we lost.
Yes.
He's not the reason we lost.
Mark.
Man, I'm not even talking to you, man.
Mark.
Thank you.
Other stuff, man.
Talk to me.
Come on, Tim. It wasn't Carson's fault, man. The defense sleep all day. Defense was sleep all day, man.
We're not saying the defense didn't play well.
So how you go ahead?
I'm saying, do you think if we threw Hurts in there to start over Carson, we'd have got the win?
No. Because I don't think so. And check this out, because I heard y'all already talk about it. Every time you put Hurts in, what does he do? Every time,
run
nothing. He runs
nothing. He does nothing. They know exactly what he's gonna do once he get in the game, Tim. So what you put him?
That's what I'm saying. Start him. You're gonna play him as the quarterback, not as just a read option, which is really just
wait. You're gonna start a bull that you don't know what he can do, and put him in there in that type of environment. That's you gonna do?
That's what I know. What Wentz gonna do?
What? I'm thinking up. So you gonna tell me them passes that he threw to Sanders and the other bull? They should. That was his fault.
Yep.
That was his fault. Huh?
Some of them was, not all of them.
Come on, Tim, man. Come
not
on,
all
man.
Of them.
You see what we dealing with, Mark?
I was about to say that, Ethan. You see what we dealing with,
man?
You see what we deal with.
It's hard.
Tim.
That's why Ephraim ain't here. He's so angry he can't deal with Tim.
What can you be looking at, fam?
Listen, why are y'all still so with Carson? He showed you who he is.
So hold on. I want to ask you a question one more time, Tim. The passes he was giving to these dudes. Now, y'all said it too. The pass that the bull Jones threw up to the bull and Slay missed. No, was that a good pass? Bull went and got it though, didn't he? He went and got it.
Yeah.
Yep. The other pass, he went and got it.
That's a textbook pass. You always throwing.
But I'm saying the wide receiver made the play to make that catch.
But it was thrown at the only place where the receiver's going to catch it.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
I'm talking. You know what I'm talking. Ethan, you know what I'm talking about, right? Wayne, you know what I'm talking about,
Tim
right?
gotta be trolling, bro. I'm
looking at, man.
Tim is just a troll. He can't believe the stuff that he.
I'm telling you.
Yo, it was a defense and Doug Pederson, man. Bottom line.
No.
Tim is an Ohio State Eagles fan.
Yo, the thing about it is this, right? You say you want to put your, and I said this before, you say you want to put your offense in the best position to win, but you never do it. You never do it. So then you got Carson Wentz, and then the day he was throwing the ball away. He was
Exactly. What we want to do, right?
Yeah.
So, and don't that add into the averages when the quarterback is throwing the ball away because nobody's open? So
Nobody's
you throwing
open.
the ball away, but now because he's throwing the ball away, it's incomplete passes. See, he's throwing the ball.
He wasn't throwing the ball away like that.
He
How's
he supposed to throw the ball away, Tim? How tell me how you supposed to do it.
Here's what I'm saying is it wasn't all on Carson. What I'm saying is I need one game where Carson wins it for the Eagles. He hasn't given
like that. Where he won for the Eagles.
No quarterback wins it by himself. The guy got to catch the ball.
I didn't say
if Travis Fulgham catches that ball, first of all, if Travis Fulgham catches the ball, you wouldn't be screaming it was a good throw by Carson Wentz. First thing you be in here screaming is Fulgham's bailed out Carson. That's the first thing you be screaming.
Yeah,
but
that's what Tim would say. That's exactly what he would say.
That's not true.
But dude's got him. Hey, Mark, are we gonna get cheered up the rest of the season, or is it over? Can you cheer me up?
Man, Ethan, I wish I could, bro. Man, I'm not gonna lie. As long as WP calling these plays, man, I don't know what we're gonna do. And then the defense. Answer me this, right? Your offense come in there and score quick, right? You had enough time to chill. You come out there and let them go right back downfield and score again. You don't have no fight in you. Like, okay, we got to get these boys out of here.
No better cover.
Come on, man.
Man.
It was terrible.
The thing is, Daniel Jones hit his receivers on both sides of the field. He was like, I'm gonna go this way, and it didn't matter which way he was going.
Man. So now you like Daniel Jones.
First of all, see, you hyping Daniel Jones. All Daniel Jones did was chuck the ball up to his
receivers
who were in one-on-one coverage.
Wayne,
and these dudes made plays.
So now Daniel Jones is bored because Dak is hurt.
I guess so. Listen, Tim rolling with whoever is going up against Wentz.
I got you.
Giants came in with the 31st ranked offense in the league and still kicked our butts.
But the division game, number one. Number two, the defense. Do we agree with this? The defense sucked today.
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, because
we both agreed that the defense and Carson Wentz was bottom. They was trash.
There's no winning with this guy.
It ain't.
No winning with this guy, man.
Miles Sanders averaged 5.7 yards a carry.
He did well.
Austin Scott, 3 runs for 63 yards, 21 yards a carry.
Yeah.
Clement even had 5 yards a carry on his one carry.
And Clement had a touchdown, right?
But we continue to go back and try to air the ball out in this windy Giants stadium. This is on Doug.
That's what he do.
No, that was with Carson. Y'all don't understand. Carson is the one who did that.
How, Tim? How?
He decided to take over the offense and I'm gonna call a passing play.
Hey, Tim, you be drinking before the job?
He should. He should.
Talking crazy.
All right,
come on, man.
Like us against the Browns next week.
I like it against anybody. This is my team, but I'm gonna say this, man. We should beat the Browns, man. We should have beat the Giants, but we should beat the Browns. But the thing is this, because they said they didn't really practice during this time off, right? That's not good for them. They got to practice, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
They got to practice. But I think we're going to beat the Browns. Who got to the Browns?
Yeah, it ain't like the Browns was world beaters. The Browns barely won 10-7 over Houston today. So it ain't like Browns is juggernaut.
Oh, we done. Yeah, we ain't winning that one. I'm gonna keep it.
The Browns got the ball back though. He'll be ready next week. This week was his first game. But he wasn't in full. They
still miss Odell for the rest of the year.
And if our defense show up next week, we should be able to beat them, man.
But let me ask you, our defense. I don't really think our defense is that good.
Oh, they're not. They're not. But the thing is, we was getting pressure with them four, right? We weren't getting no pressure today, really. You know what I'm saying? We weren't getting no pressure today. And then the thing about it is they know this dude a runner, right? You know he's a runner. You know that. He ran on you last time.
Yep.
So what you doing? What are you doing?
Mark, I'm sure you heard me while you was listening. That burned me up more than anything else that happened today. We saw when Daniel killed us on that 80-yard run, and that's the play because we was debating that, and I was saying why was Brandon Graham, he bailed out inside, he jumped inside and gave that whole outside up. That's horrible defense. Now I'm looking back at it. It may not be Brandon Graham. It's the defensive coordinator calling it because the same thing happened to Josh Sweat on the other side, and it happened to Brandon Graham again. And then he didn't wait till the third quarter to make this adjustment to where as though first you read, make sure the quarterback don't keep the ball. Now you run in to make a play on the run.
Yep.
That should have been covered in a bye week. The coaching staff stinks.
We just played them like
with that last game.
Ago. This was a 2 week. We played this team 2 weeks ago.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on. Offensive line play horrible today too.
Oh, yeah.
Offensive line play horrible today too.
Well, now that's the only thing I'm gonna say.
Even on play action.
How can we say how bad they played when we talking about how great we ran the ball though? That's a part of the
past plays. They played bad.
Kelsey, he kept.
Oh no, Kelsey with the hike. What's going on with him with the hiking? What happened?
All over the place with the hiking the ball.
What, his knees bad now or something? We gotta draft, and this
let me ask you
to Howie. Go ahead.
If you coaching and you seen that happen, what do you do?
What can you do? Who you gonna put?
You go under center. That's what you do.
Who you go under center?
Yep.
Right?
All right. Yeah.
You gotta make some adjustments. You gotta be smart. Or he keeps snapping the ball back. Something going on with him. Let's go into center. Take some pressure off of him so he can block.
Well, see, that goes back to because remember, Kelsey, they was talking about how he was contemplating retirement and everything else.
He might be done.
He might be, but guess what? We got a few balls on the line like that, and this is where it comes down to that front office again. Doug with his play calling, Howie with his drafting.
And we got a lot of injuries
too. Talent evaluation. Like we need a whole, but because we won the Super Bowl. They're giving all these guys like if we hadn't won the Super Bowl right now, it'd be a whole lot of these dudes being really like analyzed as to see who needs to go.
Yeah.
But I think that this loyalty and that's why that's kind of one of the things that had me against Brandon Graham as much. And I don't think Brandon Graham is trash, but I feel like people overrate Brandon Graham because he made a couple good play. He made a great play in the Super Bowl. And people say it like Brandon Graham, he's a beast. Brandon Graham does this, that, and other. Brandon Graham's an adequate player, but he's not a great player. He's not a great player.
All right, so
I wouldn't say he's great. He's good. He's solid.
No, he's solid. No, he's solid. But people talk about him like he like Brandon Graham. Oh, because Brandon Graham ball. Because Brandon. I mean, he's not trash. He's a good player.
Was y'all impressed with any of the players that returned from injury?
Miles Sanders
Sanders.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed. Alshon didn't do anything. He had one target and that's it.
That's who I thought he was.
And then Goddard didn't give us anything either.
Goddard got a couple catches.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he got 33 yards. I'm sorry.
He got a couple catches.
So he had two.
He had some. Goddard had a couple nice blocks too on the runs.
All right.
But we still don't have anybody that can stretch the field.
Ooh.
Supposed to be Rieger. The thing is about stretching the field, though, you need time.
And without the time,
they don't have the time.
Yeah, I mean, the team is just frustrated. It's frustrated how they're constructed. It's frustrated how they're coaching. They're just a frustrating team.
Yeah, I think, in all honesty, for me, because I'm about to check out the Eagles, I need something. I need a spark, and the only spark I see is if they just sit Carson and then just go with the boy Jalen. Just let him ball out.
I won't watch if they put him in as a starter.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
I will not watch.
You will. Both of you will watch.
First of all, they're not putting them in. I'm gonna tell you this. Wentz will be here longer than Doug.
No,
I promise you that. Yes, he will.
They're
going to see. Hold on. They are going to see if another coach can get this team better. No. Doug will be fired before Carson Wentz is.
They're not firing Doug.
Another coach is going to come in here and see.
Ethan, you got to remember. You got to remember that this dude, the owner Jeff Lurie, is the same dude that kept Andy Reid here for like 15 years, and Andy Reid ain't winning jack squat.
Yeah,
Doug won him a Super Bowl. He's not putting Doug out no time soon.
If you making him money, it don't matter.
Doug could be going. First of all, Andy Reid had Don McNabb for like 10 years.
I got
10 years.
Doug got him a Super Bowl.
Hold on. And then Wentz, you got bulls like Tim trying to give up on Wentz in year 5. 4 really missed like almost a whole year with injury.
I'm tired of Kevin Cobb.
You got bulls like him trying to give up on him. He had McNabb for like 10 years.
Listen, Kevin Cobb got to go. We got to bench you next week.
He's not Kevin Cobb.
He's Kevin. We got to bench Kevin Cobb.
Tim is a hater, bro. You're a hater.
Y'all know, because the thing is,
for the record though, if they put Jalen Hurts in, of course I'm a root for him, and I hope the boy do good.
Yeah,
he's not coming in unless Carson Wentz breaks his leg.
Don't, Tim, it ain't even no need for you to ever show up on the podcast. Just set it up and log us in and set everything up, and then you just shut up and put yourself on.
All right, y'all go ahead.
And you got to say.
Yeah, that's funny. So I'm realistically next week going in. I don't see us. I think I keep betting to get on the Eagles, and I'm losing.
Honestly, I don't think that it's because the Eagles are any good. I think that it's Cleveland minus Odell. I don't think that the guy Beckham. I mean not Beckham. The quarterback. I don't think he's all that great on Cleveland. Cleveland defense is good though.
And that's who Carson Wentz struggled. He can't read He can't read defenses. So
Stop! Don't do that. That ain't it. That ain't it.
Well, so what? All right. Since y'all know Carson better than I do, tell me what's his problem. Tell me what's his problem. Don't tell me what everybody else ain't doing. Be honest. What is Carson's problem?
He didn't have a problem today.
Then we can't have a conversation. Because you can't sit there and be honest about your quarterback.
What do you think was his problem today?
Well, what would you think?
Honestly, what I think Carson's problem was this season, what I think his problem is the turnovers, and he didn't have that today. I think his problem has been untimely interceptions, untimely fumbles, and he had neither one of those today.
So you are saying that right now, as you speak, Carson Wentz played a good game today.
I do think he played good enough to win. I do.
Yeah, he played a good game today. That's not.
I think that he did. I think he played a solid game.
So y'all want to
be
honest.
Do I think he was great? Do I think he was Aaron Rodgers? No. But I don't think Carson Wentz is not the reason we lost.
First of all, you ain't see enough of the game to really – you ain't see enough of who was open and who not was open to really sit here and say Carson didn't have a good game, to be honest with you. How many dudes did he really miss? I might have seen him miss on one throw, maybe 2.
Maybe not. Maybe a bunch of them.
Wait, you name them. Name them. Name the throws he missed.
That's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to go back on our Thursday show.
Exactly. If you can't come off the top of your head with the throws he missed, I don't want to hear it.
I've seen him throw
because I'm going to tell you what. I feel like he was off on a couple passes early on, but that goes to the point that Ethan and I have been making already. He was off on the one play that Al shined a little bit. Could it have been lower? I think it should have been lower, and it was more catchable if it was lower. But it was still catchable. The one that he threw to Dallas Goedert early on, and it hit his hands and dropped. Was it high? It was high, but it was catchable. So when you're talking about Daniel Jones, who threw these passes that were catchable, that his receivers went up and caught, that's why I'm saying about with Carson. He still made catchable passes. They may not have been perfect, but they were catchable. And the one to Miles Sanders should have been caught. And he had space. It was nobody nowhere near him to hit him. It should have been a catch and run. So I'm not putting this on. I'm not putting this on. The biggest things that we were saying about Wentz was the interceptions, the fumbles, him not throwing the ball away, taking needless sacks. He didn't do any of that today.
He took care of all that. He took care of all that
today.
When I look at the quarterback comparisons, Daniel Jones.
We're not looking at quarterback comparisons.
I am looking at.
You gotta tell me what he did.
Quarterback.
Because Carson Wentz is not running like Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones has 64 yards rushing. Carson Wentz had 4.
Who has a better?
He's not a running quarterback.
He is a running quarterback. Carson Wentz is a mobile running quarterback. He's choosing not to. I don't know if he just lost his speed since he had the surgery, but he's been known as being a mobile quarterback. Y'all gonna tell me that Carson Wentz was never known as being a mobile quarterback? Is that what y'all telling me?
No, he's not a mobile quarterback.
A runner, Daniel Jones is a running quarterback, and mobile are two different things.
Yeah, agree.
Mobile's to get out the way, move around. He's not a running quarterback. Jones is a running quarterback.
It's Houston's quarterback. A running quarterback, a quarterback that can run. That's Houston's quarterback. That's Kansas City's quarterback. That's Russell Wilson. Those are running quarterbacks.
And so was Carson Wentz up until
Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is more like around an Aaron Rodgers type dude. That's mobile enough, but you don't look at him to be no runner that's going to run out and kill you with his legs. Dak Prescott is a running quarterback. Dak Prescott is a running quarterback.
Jalen Hurts is a running quarterback, and he had 2 carries for -1 yards.
First of all, we all know it was a fumble snap on one of them. A lot of stuff just don't. We not even. You can't
even count against him.
You can't count
that fumble snap didn't count because Miles Sanders picked it up and ran.
Anything that Jalen Hurts do in the game, you can't count against them because it's just gadget plays that they're running.
So you don't want to count the
count against
snaps.
the team.
You don't want to count. You don't want to count the fumble snaps against Hurts, but you want to put them against Wentz.
Wentz is the one.
How many times Wentz had to catch the ball low and try to make something out of it?
Listen.
And I'm not trying to give him an excuse. I'm not saying
I'm making excuses for the ball.
No,
and there's no
listen, I've been keeping it a bean all season. Early on in the season, when I thought he was playing horrible, I called him out for it. In the games that I thought he played better and solid, I gave him his props. I don't think that he did any of the things that we was ripping him for. He did not do this game. He did not turn the ball over. He did not he did not hold the ball too long. He got rid of it. He did all that stuff. The team, at some point, you do need to help him out as a receiving core.
I didn't say he didn't need help out, but I'm just saying I would have liked for Carson Wentz in 9 games to at least one of them. Give me one game where the quarterback had to put us on his back. He had to do something for us because
he did it last week against the Giants. Wasn't that Thursday night? He did it against the Giants.
No, he did. We played the last game.
He didn't.
No.
Kim, please bring some.
He did. Who did we play last game?
Kim, please bring some sanity to the show.
Was it Dallas or was it? I think it was Dallas.
Who would he play when he hit Boston Scott? That was the Giants.
What's up, Kim?
Hey, this is Tim. I like you, but you're a low key hater.
He ain't low key.
He's not low key. He ain't low key.
No, because he's low key because he disguises it as giving his commentary or his critique, but you really secretly derive joy from when the Eagles, and especially Carson Wentz.
That's not true.
Bingo.
He makes it so difficult to come on here because he starts spilling his nonsense. He makes it difficult.
So what happened today is exactly what I thought was going to happen. The defense was the problem. They didn't get the stops, but that's what happens when we don't generate enough offense.
Yep.
The day was going to come when the defense we relied on the defense too much these past couple of games, but the amount of turnovers that Carson had previously, like to Wayne's point about there was no turnovers, no interceptions, no fumbles for a loss. So now all the pressure was on our defense, which is not that great. I am the #1 Brandon Graham fan, but the dude like 32, Fletcher Cox was possibly hurt today. Kobe Rollman, however you say that child's name, don't need to be on. I've always said this. You name me one good player with a hyphenated name.
Pierre Paul used to ball.
Yeah.
Look, no, when your name is hyphenated, you already corny because your mommy have enough respect for your dad to just go
I agree.
Have his name. She's like, no, I'm gonna be in here too.
I agree with that.
I did think we were gonna win 4 straight, but this is what possibly happens sometimes. We coming off a bye week. It looked better. We just didn't generate enough offense, and the defense was not there. I do think we can beat the Browns, but those games after that,
you don't think we could beat Seattle?
I think we could beat anybody.
We can beat anybody, but we have not created a rhythm this year. We have no identity for this year.
I agree. And that's why I'm saying, Kim, to me, all right, let me ask you this. What do you think about the coaching?
So here's the kerfuffle that we are in. Because this is their first really, really bad year. So for all the talk of get rid of this one, get rid of that one, we have at least 2 or 3 more years before we have to consider a serious rebuild because our defense will be old and dead.
This is our first with Doug Pederson, not with that. Don't you excuse Swartz.
No, I don't like Jim Swartz. Any man with a mustache that's not defined, suspect.
There's a problem.
Swartz ain't been good since the Super Bowl. Let's be honest.
Before the Super Bowl, because the Super Bowl, he was terrible.
But you really can't even say the Super Bowl because they put up 500 yards of offense.
That's what I mean, right? He was terrible.
Brandon
Graham bailed him out, Wayne.
Yep.
Yeah, with his one-player game. That's what we could have used his one-player game today.
He gave us one, but we didn't take advantage of it.
No, the third down, John, when he hit Daniel Jones, he threw an incomplete pass.
No, he got to do for all the bad plays he did. I ain't gonna say bad because I don't think that he's a bad player, but I just don't think that he's this consistent pressure dude. I honestly, and I know I don't think Vinny Curry is great, but I think Vinny Curry generates more of a pass rush than Brandon Graham does.
I think so.
No, I don't agree with that.
I do. Kim, do you
said maybe Sweat?
You think they should start Jalen next week?
No. only there because there's no reason to start him.
Exactly.
Jalen Hurts should only be on the field if Carson Wentz gets hurt. The season is not done.
Nah,
that's
and
why
if Jalen Hurts wasn't our backup, and if he wasn't drafted in the second round, I guarantee you'd be hearing none of this.
Yeah, but he was drafted the second round. So the question is,
how we only drafted him, one, because it's a bargaining chip for down the line, and I also get a cheap quarterback in the event that something does happen to Carson. You don't think for 1 second that Howie wouldn't package that little boy to go to somebody else and be like, hey, look, I also have this young mobile quarterback that you could also have.
Kim, you hit it on the head. He was an insurance package. It's like you get this young guy that you could start to develop in case because Carson has been so injury prone. You get this guy because Stutterfeld or whoever he is wasn't
trash.
And Nick Foles, as good as he is as a backup quarterback, he wasn't going. Ain't nobody paying him no starter money to be the backup.
But guess who Carson talks to the most on the sideline? Sudfeld.
Mm-hmm. So
Jalen Hurts is not a part of the equation, and he's not going to be the solution to anybody's problem.
Not this year. Listen, I'm all for. I'm not anti Jalen Hurts because my thing is next year, if we continue on this pace, make it an open quarterback.
You want to give him a whole year?
I'm down with an open quarterback competition at any point.
All right, tell me this: if we're out of the playoff hunt,
we're not out of the playoff.
We're not out of play. We're not going to be out of the playoff hunt until the last game.
To that point. The Giants look like they for real. They look like
we still got a better record than the Giants.
But
Tim, the Giants just now got their third win. The whole NFC,
they look for real.
We only got our third win.
But they look for real. Giants look for real. They beat Washington and us, but they look for real. Stop.
Who did we beat? Who have we beaten?
Stop.
Who have we beaten?
We beat San Fran.
It doesn't matter because the whole NFC, with the exception of Tampa Bay, Green Bay, and the Saints, everybody is one game apart.
And guess what we got? And guess what we got to play? We got to play Green Bay.
Even those teams, Kim,
Packers.
Those teams have showed they've had flawed games too. We've seen Tampa Bay got blown out last week.
We got to play the Saints.
We've seen the Saints got beat. We seen Aaron Rodgers have a game where he had through a 69% quarterback rating. So no team is dominant and great in the NFC.
Do y'all know that we will probably make it to the playoffs by only winning 5 games?
Oh my God!
I want to see 7.
Oh,
I don't want to be that bad. I want to see 7.
Whew.
Thanks, Kim. I can't believe y'all co-signed.
Anybody else out there want to come on and tell Tim how dumb he is? Y'all got Express. Y'all got a first track line, the Express Pass. Ain't that what they have at the amusement parks? Y'all got Express Pass. Come on and tell Tim how dumb he is.
Wayne is a drunkard because he's still drinking, still drinking the sauce.
No, but I haven't.
Carson Wentz is over.
But I haven't. I told you. I came on.
Over. So why would you stick with somebody who's not going to win you anything?
I don't think that Carson Wentz was the reason that we lost.
He's not going to win you anything.
And you know for sure Jalen Hurts is.
You know how Brady. Remember he was.
No. We're talking about Jalen Hurts. So Brady has no reason to even bring up Brady right now.
Wait, no, I'm just giving an example. Remember when the Patriots? Who was the quarterback before Brady was there?
Drew Brees.
I mean,
not Drew Brees. The dude that was always the quarterback for New England,
But he was
and for
cool.
Dallas, and he was the quarterback.
He was a solid quarterback, but they replaced him because they knew he wasn't the next person. He wasn't.
Well, the fact that you can't remember his name, don't tell me how good he was.
But you know who I'm talking about.
You don't remember his name.
You know who I'm talking about.
You don't remember his name, so don't sit here and give him these props.
All right.
He was a good quarterback, though.
Exactly. So, do y'all got any final thoughts before we wrap this thing up? Because it was a game that we should have won and that we didn't win, and the reason being is because the trenches. We lost it on the offensive line, defensive line. We can all agree with that. We also can agree that the defensive coordinators, the offensive coordinators did nothing to help the team out. And we also can agree that the quarterback did.
No. You're not going to slide the third one in there. Ain't nobody falling for that. Stop with that. Stop with that.
Can we all agree with that?
No, we can't agree with the third one. I don't agree with the quarterback one.
I said that we lost in the trenches, correct?
I agree with that.
We also lost it with the coordinators, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we also lost it.
No. You got 2 out of 3.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna put a poll out there on our Twitter.
This is why. No, he didn't do it. No.
What did he do that caused us to lose, Tim? What exactly are you blaming Carson Wentz for today?
He didn't do enough.
No. Tell me what exactly he did. Tell me what exactly he did. Tell me. No, you got no. We gonna keep it real. Tell me exactly what, because when he has a bad game, and I tell you, I feel like he has a bad game. I tell you why I think he had a bad game. Tell me what exactly he did that's making you rip him today.
He threw high, he threw low on a few passes.
What plays he threw low on?
I'm gonna bring them on Thursday. I didn't write it down. I took notes, but I didn't write it down. But what I will do is I'm gonna pinpoint them, because you asked me something specific. So I'm gonna give you specifics on our Thursday show. We're gonna be on Thursday night at 8:00. I will bring you specifically the throws that Carson made that was hurtful toward our team.
And make sure the ones that you talking about that was low, like I know you're going to try to bring up the one pass.
No.
When it got deflected, when it got deflected by the defensive lineman, make sure.
Reg, I know Reg's gonna be listening. Reg, I'm gonna need your backup. I'm gonna need you to come on, and I need you to show specifically.
No, you do it. You talking about what you saw. You show what you saw. Don't go recruiting nobody to show what you saw. You telling us what you saw. You show me what you saw.
All right. Everybody, we are out. Thank you for listening to the Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. You can catch us on Twitter. You can catch us on Facebook and Spotify, and also our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, and also hit that notification button. We out. Eagles lose yet again. Courtesy of Carson Wentz. We out.